What's up, everyone? It is your girl JL Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into another palettes with incomplete color stories. Now, I did one of these last year and you all liked it and thought it was an interesting concept, so I had a few in my collection. Some of these palettes are old, some of them are new. Honestly, I think only one of them is old. Like, it's a BH palette, so we all know BH is gone and come back with Makeup Revolution, so it's one of their older palettes. But the other three are palettes that are, I guess, somewhat new, or still like the brands are still existing under or running the way they used to run. I don't know what I'm saying, girl. It's like 3:15 in the morning. Leave me alone. So anyway, let's get started. I'll start with the older one and then I'll go into like some newer ones. So like I said, I have a BH one. This is Mimosa. Now, I understand with the mimosas theme or whatever, but it's like I feel like they just put way too much pink. Like, y'all should put some oranges in here too. It's like 2 oranges, 1 yellow, this random white, and then like 500 different versions of pink. It's like, who's drinking all these pink mimosas? Like, because most mimosas I see are orange. So like, first of all, where'd you get all this pink from? Shouldn't it be orange? And then you could have did like a pop of red for like a grapefruit, and then some pinks for like a raspberry one, or you know, like a grapefruit one or something. I don't know, but I just felt like it was way pink heavy. And for somebody who likes pink, you think that's weird, but I feel like if we supposed to be doing it based on mimosas, like it shouldn't be all these raspberry tones and like, oh, here's some random orange juice for the mimosa. Like, I don't get where we're going with this, where we're coming from with this, why we did this, the way we did this. I'm not gonna ask questions though. I mean, I guess I am by, you know, making this video and saying it's incomplete, but you know, I just want to know why didn't we put more oranges in this? Y'all see, it's literally this one orange and then there's like a shimmery orange for the champagne. So I mean, shouldn't have been an actual champagne colored shade for the champagne? I guess I'm asking too much. I don't know. But that was my problem with that palette. I was like, yeah, no, we're not. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Next one I have is the Margarita palette from Glam Light. So with this one, I mean, I know there are different colored margaritas or whatever, but I don't know. I just felt like this was just another rainbow palette from them. It's like, I'd love to see something different with the color story of this. Plus, I don't even know that these are the right colors for the mango, for the margaritas that they chose. Because it's like, to me, this isn't really a melon color. It's more like a pastel type shade. I'd have loved to see like some deeper tones in here besides just the neutrals being deep, because I'm like, the first, like this little section here just kind of reminds me of the Mimosa palette I just showed y'all. This little part right here, and then these little pieces right here, and then the rest of them just seem like random extra colors just thrown in, like this little part on the end here. So I don't know, I just wish they had came up with a different color story. Like, maybe you could have gave us like, I don't know, not so, maybe a brighter yellow. I feel like a brighter yellow would have been fun than this one. And then, let me see, what else could we have done? I feel like a deeper green might have been fun, because you have some colors to play off the other colors with, because people like to do pink and green. Angie did a whole palette of pink and green, so I feel like that darker green would have helped. And then maybe not so many shimmers, like these neutral shimmers. Maybe we should have took those out and gave some fun bright shimmers for the inner corner. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, this is my least favorite out of all the palettes, and my reasoning behind it is because of the color story. I'm just not here and feeling the color story. It's not for me. So yeah. Okay, third palette I have to talk about is the Sugar Drizzle. I believe this is called the Butterfly palette. I love this color story, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know, I feel like there's way too many shimmers and not enough like deep mattes to go with the shimmers. So it's like we have 4 and 6 different shimmers, but it's like we only have 3 mattes. So it's like I always have to use green to darken the outer V, and I only have green or purple to use for that. And then like this inner corner shade is this bright bronziest type shade. I'd prefer the more like, you know, I hate to say it, but like I actually would have preferred a champagne shade as opposed to this bright-ish shade. I guess they were thinking about it as multi-purpose though, because you can put this on the lid with the greens, and you have green and gold. But I don't know, I wanted more mattes and less shimmers, I guess, in this one, because I feel like since it's a 9 pan, I need some deeper outer V shades in addition to some lighter tones. I mean, I appreciate the fact that everything is shifting and nice, but it's like we could have took out this dark purple and made it a dark purple matte instead, and then at least I have a dark purple matte, and then a dark green matte, and then a lighter purple and a lighter green like they did with this, simply by taking this out and then maybe giving me a champagne shade for the inner corner. But again, I get why this is here for the people who like to do green and gold, but you still could have taken this out and gave me another darker shade to go with this one, so you can match those two and match those two. But I guess that's why they came out with that bigger palette for just for mattes, so there you go. But that's my critique on this palette and what I wish they had done instead. That's why it's an incomplete color story to me. So the last palette I have to talk about is the Sugar High palette. So I love Menagerie's color stories as general rule. Y'all know the Flight Club is one of my all-time favorite all purple palettes, and y'all know I live for a purple palette moment. Come out with a blue, green, and purple palette. Come out with a purple palette on its own. Come out with a blue palette on its own. I'm all about that life. I will buy it. I'm not asking questions or anything. But with this one, I was just kind of confused on the color story, because I was like, this weird yellow shade, I don't feel like really goes with anything in here unless you're supposed to put it with like the oranges. And then like this darker shade right here, I feel like it's not deep enough for everybody's skin tone. I know for me it wasn't deep enough, but I get it's supposed to be going with this tone again. But I feel like they didn't give you any deeper shades to go with these two random lighter shades that they chose to put in here. Like, what deeper shade am I supposed to use with the blue? What deeper shade am I supposed to use with the purple? It's like, and since this is a palette with like 12 shades, I feel like they could have did more as far as like the mattes go, and maybe not giving us so many shimmers, because it's like, I get this is the inner corner one. I get some of these are supposed to go with the warmer tones, but I feel like we didn't get enough mattes or like shimmers to go in the inner corner or with these fun pops that they put in. Because to me, this is more of like a sunset, warm, playing it safe tone, and it kind of gives me vibes of the ColourPop what do you call it, Powerpuff Girls palette. Now we're gonna do a main chick side chick on that, random side note. But yeah, like it's giving me the vibes of that. And the way they put up this color story, except it has cool shifting shades and whatnot. But I just wish I had got some more mattes to go with this. And maybe a different inner corner shade. Because to me, that's all this is. I understand I can put brighter inner corner shades in. But it's like, if you want a neutral inner corner shade to go with these kind of neutral tones you put in, the only option you have is this one right here. So those are my thoughts on these 4 palettes and why they're incomplete to me. You can let me know down below how you feel. If you feel like they're incomplete, if you feel like they're fine the way they are, what you would change, what you wouldn't change, let me know down below. Because those are just my personal opinions. You don't have to like agree with them or not. I'm just curious how you feel about it after watching this video and hearing my thoughts, as opposed to seeing the palette for what it is. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.